Hello everyone. So I actually just rejoined after like a couple days and I didn't expect the new season to already be started. This is literally my first time getting a new look like at all these new textures and details and stuff like that. So I'm kind of rattled. I thought it was happening on October 1st. So I'm like completely thrown off guard because I was making this video as kind of a pre-game, as I like to call it, to this season because I've been playing for just a couple weeks now. Um, so I wanted to kind of start this channel as like a new player, kind of learning the ropes, and also to share all the assets and like car customizations I have up until now. So we're still going to do all of that. I'm actually just going to break out of jail firstly and show off what items I've earned so far and talk about my goals for the season, what I want to accomplish, and my goals by the time this season ends. So that way when we are doing gameplay, one, you have a better understanding of where I'm at in the game as far as skill level goes, this being a good example considering that I just flopped onto the floor like that, and also give you an idea of how I plan to get better. And I think it'll be helpful to other players who are new to kind of have experience with someone else who is still learning the ropes. And I also think it will be a good opportunity for me to get advice from people who likely know the game better than I do. What are my thoughts on this new season? I'm obsessed. I kind of love it, not gonna lie. I personally love fall themed things. So, yeah, no complaints, honestly, so far. Obviously, this is my first look, so I don't know how, this will affect gameplay or the vibe of the game, but as far as first looks go, I love it. I mean, this is really cool. I didn't expect them to go, like, this far deep with the redesign of the map for this season, so that's really cool. So here is a first look at what I have so far. Keep in mind, guys, I've been playing for, like, 2 weeks up until this point. And I haven't played in the last few days because I wanted to save my data to make this video and also wait for a couple days before the season release. Obviously I waited a little bit long because again I did not expect this. I did not expect the season to already be out. But basically what we're gonna do before we get into any gameplay, before we get into gameplay is just go over what items I have, what they would be worth. A big part of the gameplay for me and what I enjoy is trading and kind of like all of the customizable items there are and how important, actually robbing people in this game, how much it's actually worth to, coming across as a strong player and getting cool limited items. I think my neurodivergent trait is I love collecting things, so any game that's kind of built around collecting stuff automatically has me sold. And I really like, I'm trying to think of the proper term, I like how they like designed the mechanisms in which you trade in this game. It makes it really competitive in a way, and also like with the use of limited items and they kind of built in their own like in-game economy. I eat that up every time. When I hear in-game economy, I'm just like, I'm seated. I'm committed and I'm ready. As you can see too, these are my most expensive items, which I love because they match my avatar, I would say. I mean, if you look at my avatar and you look at this car, would you not say that, yes, these two belong together? Tell me. I want to know. Wow. Anyways, let's get right into what I have so far. Where am I standing 2 weeks into playing this game, now doing my first ever fully competitive season? Because that's the other thing. I started playing like a week before the last season ended, so I didn't actually get a proper chance to participate in the season, level up, and get all the items that I want. So this is my first real season of the game, which is why I kind of want to introduce what I have so far, because I feel like it'll be fun to look back and see how much you can gain through one season of gameplay on Jailbreak if you level up and max out your levels through a season. So currently, we're going to go through. To start out, as you can see, I proudly have Hyper Yellow level 1. is bougie. I know. I don't know how I got it that quickly. This is gonna sound crazy, but I quite literally got the Hyper Yellow level 1, like, it had to have been like my second or third train robbery. And if you don't know, you get there's a hyper color for each type of robbery. And there's basically like a 1 in 250 chance, I believe is the number, that you will get the hyper yellow when you do a spin, because at the end of each robbery, you get a bonus spin on a wheel, which you will see in gameplay later on. There's like a very small chance you'll get a hyper chrome texture for your vehicle. But somehow I got it on like the third try. And if that makes you bitter, don't worry, because like I'm at the 15% like cap for like chance at getting the next hyper yellow level, and I'm still not getting it. So I am fully paying my dues now. But with that said, the hyper yellow level 1 specifically, as most level 1 hyperchromes go, retails for in-game $250,000. My goal by the end of this season is I want to hopefully get to level 4 yellow hyperchrome, which I know sounds insane, but I'm committed to this game. I put way too much time and effort into it as a full-grown man still playing Roblox. But that is my goal. I like setting high standards for myself. And, you know, I believe in setting higher standards, because even if you don't reach them, you will reach a better standard than most. That's kind of my logic behind that. So yeah, that's definitely my most expensive item. Retails for $250,000. The item you see underneath, which is the actual color of the car, I believe. Or no, I believe the hyper yellow is the color, and this next item is the actual texture, and that is Carbon Fire, which I got as an epic item in the legendary safe spin, which I realized I was wasting so much money on those for no reason, but besides the point. Carbon Fire is actually a really decent texture to have when you're starting out. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I will be posting the amounts on here for confirmation in case I'm wrong. Carbon Fire, I believe, goes for $100,000 retail in the in-game economy. So this, by the way, if you're trying to figure out, like, and this is why I love the economy of this game, there are sites dedicated for telling you what your items are worth. And again, when I see stuff like this, I am seated. This is just beautiful. Whoever owns and runs this site, you are doing us neurodivergent, you know, chronically online Roblox users a huge favor. You are blessing us, and I want you to know you're appreciated, even though I know you're never going to see this video. Say, you know, we're going to change the entire, like, map's theme. Normally, like, I mean, if you look at last season, I'm pretty sure that's, like, always the standard color scheme and texture for the map. This is definitely, like, again, I'm new. I could be totally wrong, but I'm, like, 90% certain that, like, this is, like, a lot more work into a season than previous. Like, they actually said we are going to beat up this season and get the rent was due. That's what I'm saying. Apparently the rent was due. The developers, Badimo, said, you know, rent's going up. Rent is going up. But anyways, getting back to describing my new car, that, again, like, this is mostly to help new people. Like, these legendary safes are mostly what I use to get these items. So, like I said, Hyper Yellow 1, 250 grand. Carbon Fire is worth 100 grand. Then we have this Dragonfire Rem. I'm going to be posting the real name of it here. Also worth 100 grand. Got it from a legendary box. Legendary safe, sorry. And then Vault Doors, also worth 100 grand as a legendary safe. And then, of course, the car itself is a Matador for 100 grand as well. So putting all that together, this car is currently at $650,000. Oh yeah, and then I got Sun Aura or something that's on the interior. I believe that's worth like 50 grand. So we'll have a final number posted again. Like, don't worry, I'm going to confirm all these numbers, you will see. But the car's estimated value should be around $700,000, which I would say, tell me if I'm wrong, because again, I can't stress this enough, I'm still new. I think this is a pretty decent setup for a new Jailbreak player. And that's kind of the goal of me showing you this, is to show you where I'm at so you can kind of follow along on my journey, but also if you're new, to kind of understand how can I have a good setup for my vehicles going in. Something I learned very early on is the Matador is a good vehicle to start out with. That's cheap. It's only 100 grand. And now I'm currently saving up for the 600. In fact, let me tell you what it is. The 600 grand car, oops, did not mean to enter here, but sorry sisters, gotta look. Yes, the Eclair. So I'm currently saving up for an Eclair because people say that that car is kind of like the step up, the elite of buyable cars after the Matador. The Matador is, I guess, just the car you try and get for anything if you want, you know, something that isn't laughable. And some people still laugh at me for only having this car, so take that with a grain of salt. So if you're new, I would recommend getting that first, and then I would just hit legendary safes until you have a custom for each part of the car, in my opinion, if you just kind of want a cool looking setup starting out. Other people may tell you to get the Eclair first. I would fully support that as well, you know. I like customizing. I don't know. That's just kind of my thing. But in honor of, you know, starting my first season on my own, I'm going to be doing a little robbery on my friend's private server to kind of launch things out. The fact that I still have this, like, well, no, I don't. But this is, like, good for me. For jewelry store, like, that was kind of iconic for me. And maybe there's humor in that, because I'm sure there's players who, like, don't even worry about their hitbox when they do that. But, like, for me, y'all are gonna see in the future how often I die doing jewelry store robberies. They are truly the bane of my existence. And you will learn how my strategy often revolves around my weaknesses. But, like, I do think the saving grace for me is I am strategic. I do know how to think a step ahead of police and, like, where I think they're going to go and what I think they're going to do. And even though I suck at driving, I manage to get away in my car most of the time. Usually it's not like... It's rare that a cop gets me while I'm driving away from them. For me. Again, I don't know how good everyone else is. I'm just basing on, like, my weaknesses and strengths and how they add up next to each other. Nice. Okay. So now that I officially got my first robbery of the season, let's see what's actually going on this season. Like, what am I winning? Look, the 80s. It's 80s theme. You know, my first thought was Canada, because I saw a Canadian flag added in the fall theme. It was giving Canada, but 80s theme, really. That's interesting. I mean, not to say that, like, there can't be a fall theme, because it makes sense, it's fall, you know? We're entering fall, I get it, but, like, I feel like this theme is not 80s quite. I mean, maybe I'll see more of it when I do more robberies, but I'm just getting fall vibes right now. But what am I winning? What is this? Level up to win prizes. Okay, car texture. Oh, I want to get that car. I'm actually so excited for this because, you know, y'all aren't getting a face reveal until I'm actually popular. But I love the 80s. My aesthetic is very 80s, like, goth new wave vibes. So, like, this season is built for me. And looking at these items, I want all of them. They all look dope. Pink's one of my favorite colors, and I love that kind of, like, synth wavy pink that's going on for these designs. And keep in mind, the last season was America, which I'm going to say it, tacky. Tacky flop, did not care about it, did not care that I missed that season. This is much more my taste level, much more my feel. Now I'm actually excited. Like, I'm definitely committing myself to this season because these are really cool items. It looks like... Oh, okay, so the first item, it looks like you get a turbo, like, drift color. That's really cool, and I love that it's pink. Again, I cannot stress enough how much I love the color pink. And the 80s. This is honestly, like... It's like they knew I started playing Jailbreak. It's kind of wild. And then... The spoiler's pretty cool, very retro. I will say, even though I love the color and it's a totally fine design, kind of bored. Kind of feel like I've already seen like 10 versions of these, but that's fine. You know, we can't all be hits. It's only the level 4 rewards, so like I get it. Um, and then rims again, like I feel the same way because like it kind of reminds me of the vault rims. Like, not to say, like, honestly, the rims are kind of like a non-starter anyways. Like, nobody in this game really, I think, hones in and is like, those rims are really cool. There's only a handful of rims that I feel like are really recognizable anyways, so I'm not going to fault that on them. Other than to say that they should probably, in general, come up with more unique rims, because a lot of them do look the same. But that's not the fault of this specific rim, so I'm not holding this season against them for that. Alright, and then I think level 8 is the actual car texture color, which eats. Like I said, this pink it eats, it devours, it has me by the throat. I have only good things to say about it. And then this car for me is the whole reason I'm doing this season. Very retro. It almost like, and I watched videos about like what these cars were going to be for this season, and I have to say that like this car is awesome. It's very retro 80s, but it's also like has a almost, I want to say, like Japanese like street racing sports car vibe to it. Like it's hitting all the aesthetics that I like about cars. So overall, I would give this season's like item wheel an 8 out of 10. Aside from like the 2 duds in the middle, the season's theme, the colors, the vibes, all of it is hitting everything that I like. Like, the only problems I have with it are small things that are more just consistent with the game rather than this season. So I would say 8 out of 10. Nay, 8.5 out of 10. I'll give it an 8.5. On first, again, this is face value. Maybe I'll grow to love it or hate it more with time, but I like this. I am excited to actually, you know, do my thing to get these items for once, because again, I only had like 3 days to get the items of the season, and they were all items I hated. US themed, I'm sorry, and this isn't political, this isn't a political statement, but like, who's gonna sit here in these comments and tell me that like the American aesthetic palette is not the tackiest thing ever? Like, red, white, and blue is not a good color scheme, and it's also not something unique to the United States. Like, do I need to explain? I don't think I do. Oui, baguette, you know what I mean. Yeah, so I wasn't thrilled, head over heels with the last season anyways, and on top of that, I only had like 2 or 3 days to do it. So I was really bummed, and also really anticipating this season. So now that we got all this season stuff out of the way, let's troll some children and show everyone how bad I am at this game. We're gonna leave this server and go on to a server with actual players in them. Okay, so here's one thing y'all should know about me before. What is going on? What is this? Okay, I'm not gonna spend time figuring this out. If anyone knows what this is about, just tell me in the comments. Anyways, one thing you should know about me and what your experience. Oh, that was a cop. Okay, I don't even think he cares. He's saying go right ahead. One thing you should know about me in Jailbreak is that I hate cops. I hate them. ACAB, yes, all of them are bad, especially the Roblox ones. The cops in this game are the bane of my existence. So am I nice? Am I cordial? Am I respectful? Am I demure when I'm handling cops in this game? No. I am vicious. I am rude. I am disrespectful. And I probably am going to get banned at some point in this game for that behavior. So I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time, if y'all don't like me trolling the cops in this game, that is on you. You got your warning. I'm not going to be sorry about it. There's no amount of slur calling, hatefulness, debauchery that is going to make me sit here and be like, my bad, you're right, I shouldn't be bullying 12-year-olds who choose to be cops on Roblox. But I am, and it's going to happen. And I'm not going to make apologies for that. Take it up with my lawyer. Oh, okay, Caesar. The bike is, okay, here's my thing with the bikes in this game. Like, some of them look cool, like The Tron one, obviously, it eats. It's cool, it's awesome. Very, very dope motorcycles. But I feel like the convenience of them, especially competing against cops, like, I feel like they're a danger. Like, I feel like they're a hazard. I feel like they're a risk to use. Like, you need to know how to use bikes in this game. And also, like, accomplices. Hello, don't you want to have accomplices in this game? I'm assuming, because again, I haven't had a bike in this game, but I'm assuming that, like, you only get one passenger with you when you're playing. I don't know how, like, oh, I thought that was a cop. God help me. You may have noticed that I didn't get weapons yet. That is because I just really... Yep. Do you just hit me? Excuse me? Are you wearing an army? Okay, no, you're wanted us. Okay, Miss Hot Topic. Wow, there's a lot of us. Oh my god. But anyways, yeah, I didn't get weapons yet, mostly because I do love doing the car raid drops. I'm really, like, to me they're easy. Either they're easy or I'm good at them regardless. They're really easy. They're fun. Usually cops aren't thinking go to the car openings, which is funny to me. Though with that said, when they do it in the most obnoxious way. They camp, and then as soon as you get in the plane, they hop right in with you as it closes, and there's no escape, especially if you're like me. And they do it when you're alone. Like, it would never happen with this people. And you notice that very quickly. It's like, oh, we're ready to step up. But now that I have a few different people to catch, suddenly I'm leaving you. That's good. But besides the point, aside from that, they're typically pretty easy. Oh, okay. And this, I know some people think this is a bad strategy or like think this is too time consuming, but I love just parachuting straight to whatever it's called, the crime port. Normally, cops are too busy to ever notice, one little elvish twink floating in the sky above them to ever think to shoot them down. I think of all my times just doing this, like, a cop has only bothered me once. Especially in this, because, like, as you can see in the corner of the map, like, there's a cop blink going off, which I think he just got shot down, so I guess it doesn't matter. But even when they're right there, they are far too busy handling, the uranium robbers to ever think to look up and see me coming down to the port. I have only ever been shot and taken down doing this once of my probably dozens at this point times doing the crime, the plane robbery. Please give me a new hyperchrome. No, not even a grand. Okay. That's fine. You'll also notice that I do not have Pro Garage. Listen, I'm not listening to judgments about that. I'm broke. I'm a brokey. I'm not apologizing for being broke. If you want me to have Pro Garage, maybe donate to my Patreon, and I will use the money from there to get Pro Garage. But until then, I'm just going to run to the garage for free and get my little setup done. Because it takes 2 minutes anyways, and I'm a brokey again. Some of us don't have mommy and daddy paying for our Robux, so... Wow. Y'all are gonna learn very quickly I hate children, which is a very, contrary conflict to have when you are playing Roblox. But, again, I'm not apologizing for that. I think most people... children included hate children, so, like, look, like, bro, you weren't just gonna let me get over, like, why are you a child acting like a boomer on the road right now? And, yeah, that's a DUI right there. That is full on a DUI. I don't even know where I'm going right now. I'm kind of just trying to avoid the heat, because it seems that there is a lot going on in this city right now. Also, I genuinely, like, rarely do donut shop and gas station robberies, especially when cops are out and about right now, because, like, they camp, and if they aren't camping, and this is why I hate the cops in this game, because only cops in Roblox Jailbreak are camping. There's no way any of us are doing it. It is purely just pigs. So, I don't support that behavior. I don't condone it, and I disavow it. Camping is not cool. Yeah. And And the thing with the gas station and the donut shop is that if they aren't camping, they sure as hell are down the street waiting to get that notification that the gas station's being robbed so they can swoop in and just scoop you right up. And to that, you may say, skill issue, get better. Again, to that I say, I am on my iPad and I've been playing for 2 weeks. Why can't we just have fun and do a little crime chase? Why am I just turning my head and immediately getting cuffed? What is the fun in that? I only respect cops who have to chase me down a little bit before they actually get the catch. Not ones who are waiting for a notification 2 blocks down away from the spot and zooming down to get their $400. Because that's the other thing. It's one thing to do that with the casino, but girl, the only people going after the donut shop and the gas station are people who don't even have bounties yet. Like, you have to be broke. That's all I'm saying. To be camping the gas station, you have to have no money. That is crazy. For $400? $400. Make that make sense. It doesn't. It purely just doesn't. And that is my rant. On that note, we're gonna do a casino robbery. God help me. Because cops, rightfully, I'm not gonna judge cops for this because honestly it's fair. We'll raid this casino as soon as I get some. That's probably a terrible idea because generally when there's cops out and about like this, I generally wait for more people to show up to this casino or just doing it on my own. It looks like one showing up now. Also, the fact that I still didn't get weapons, like honestly, I should get caught. This is kind of dumb for me. Straight up. Straight up. But who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe the odds will forever be in my favor. Does he already have code? That would be silly. Come on. Come on, Avon Terry. Why is the lag me up? Well, the lag was in fact me. Whoa, okay. Yeah, you'll notice that my Wi-Fi spotty. Again, I can't stress this enough. Brokey is what I am. Brokest to the highest degree. So if you're expecting a bougie professional gaming experience on my channel, I'll encourage you to look elsewhere, because this isn't that, nor will it ever be. Again, until I get that silver YouTube plaque, that is when you will see bouginess in my actual face, because I'm not entertaining, anything other than my own enjoyment until I get real monetary profit. And I feel like that's totally fair. I feel like if you aren't doing a YouTube channel for any other reason but your own entertainment, how in the hell are you going to entertain anyone else? Can I get an amen? Oh, is that a cop? Did the cop just follow me in here? Please tell me that's not a cop. That would be so embarrassing. I couldn't tell. Also, do not laugh at me for how hard it is for me to get out of these vents, okay? I know it's a skill issue. I don't need to be reminded. I'm aware. Again, self-awareness is not something I lack. Unless I'm yelling at 12-year-old pigs on Roblox. Because that I do, and that is when the police on prison grounds in this game, they camp every exit. A lot of times they will camp these exits, but the sewer is still often the best course of action when you're dealing with a lot of cops just camping the hell out of prison for no reason. Again, for $400. $400 is crazy to me. Like, that's the true skill issue. You can't let people leave prison and have fun. Like, where is your fun? Where is your joy? Where is, like, your drive for the game, for the chase, And this is why I never play it. You're going to find that there are very extremely rare circumstances you're going to find gameplay of me on YouTube playing a cop in Jailbreak. Because I just don't respect it. And I don't respect people who do it. I'm going to be so honest. No, you're never gonna catch me as an op. Ever. But I'm also definitely not doing this casino because I know I'm gonna get my shit robbed. You know what? We are gonna go to the gun store. I'm gonna be very cautious and look at my map for any blue blinking. But usually this gun store, as long as nobody's robbing either of these places, like, people don't really go in this area unless they're robbing or trying to catch someone who's robbing. So I should be good. Even if people do start robbing, the police aren't coming to the gun store. No, that is not what I'm trying to do. I always go with shotgun and Uzi. Tell me if there's like a better, like, what's the top, this is my question for the game. What is the top tier weapon combo in this game? Because I don't know. I'm just thinking, now what 10-year-old did this to me for no reason? Oh my god. You know what the worst thing about that was? Is I saw it. I saw it like a full, like 3 seconds before I chose to drive right into it. That was embarrassing. Truly embarrassing. But honestly, this is the first embarrassing moment for me in this game, so I'm counting my blessings. The fact that it took this long for me to embarrass myself that badly is, to me, a blessing in disguise. I'm gonna take what I got. There's probably gonna be cops raiding because why was that guy super tiny? Did y'all see that? Let's rewind the tapes, because I feel like we saw that. Oh yeah! Do they have new safes now that... Yes! I think they do. No, they don't. Well, maybe some new ones? Yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they did put new... Hell yeah, that's so cool. They put in new safe box items. That's cool. Oh, and they have a Manta, which I'm pretty sure see, this is what I was getting at when I was saying I was blowing money on safes. I was trying to get the Shell Classic, which turned out to be a terrible, like, aside from the clout aspect to it, terrible car. Like, not fast, not convenient. I think the Manta is far better, so it may be... I'm going to look at it before I start getting legendary safes again. Or maybe someone in the comments can tell me. So tell me in the comments, should I get a Manta? Should I try and open safes for a Manta? Or should I stick to saving for an Eclair? I'm not going to do anything until I learn more about the Manta and hear from you guys, so don't worry. This isn't rage bait. I'm not going to blow money wastefully. I learned my lesson about that already. Now, are there any cops? I think I saw a blue blinking earlier. But it's cool to know that they update the safes pretty regularly, too. That kind of makes my items feel more worthwhile. In the sense that, like, they aren't on the market for, like, multiple seasons. They kind of rotate items out. So that's cool. And again, I feel like just from my brief look through of the new safes, they seem, again, a lot better than the ones last season. I'm gonna say it, even though I was only in the last season for like a few days. Cop. No ma'am, not me, not today. I'm not her. But yeah, looking through just everything, and I know I was only in the last season for a few days, I'm still gonna go out and say that this season seems miles better than season 22. So, but you know, if you're watching, you have my approval. I'm gonna be the Anthony Fantano of season reviewing Roblox. Wow. Because clearly I can't just make a channel about being a good player. I am gonna be the Anthony Fantano of season content ratings, because I do feel like what I lack in gameplay, I can give a lot of insight on, like, I guess, like, the economic and marketing side of this game. I feel like I have a good grasp on aesthetics and what sells, and also, like, what gameplay mechanics and events, like, people like. But also have a unique enough opinion based on my own taste. So, I'll be giving reviews and stuff like that often. Wow, I am lagging. The lag is real. I'm currently just looking for something to do. I've never been able to get a CEO invitation. I am not going for the gas station with 10 cops on the board right now. So I'm just kind of waiting for new job openings. I'm mainly trying to get onto train robberies because, again, I'm trying to get Hyper Yellow level 2, and I'm trying to stay on servers with over 10 people because, again, like, my percent chance of getting Hyper Yellow level 2 on train robberies is at like 15% right now. I'm pretty sure any hypers I'm at 15% chance right now. Don't know why I went in the garage. But yeah, basically I have a very high chance, so I'm just waiting for train stations to open up with anything. That or cargo. I'll do robberies too if there's people showing up to them, because again, I hate the cops because I can't face the cops, not alone. I'm good at escaping them, I am not good at fighting them. Mostly because, like, and it's fair, I'm not judging, you know, like it should be this way, but like, the cops just always have the upper hand on you. Like, all they have to do is get close enough and you're done. You're done. So, and I'm already not good at shooting things in this game. That stacked with the fact that even if I do get the upper hand on shooting someone, that they just need to get close enough to me. Like, I'm in a losing battle from the start. There ain't no way. There ain't no way that I'm 90% of the time a 1v1 with a cop for me is the end. I'm getting arrested. I'm not serving anything other than Orange is the New Black realness. Because, yeah, I do not play this game for the engaging combat with police. I'd rather just hate on them from afar. Where are the new robberies? And are we... Oh yeah, you know what? We're going to do the museum. I feel like getting into my strategy of things, when I do the museum, what I'm trying to say is I'm always doing the museum before anything else. Because usually people are focused on the jewelry store at first, or the bank. And usually that poses enough distraction to the police for us to safely do a museum exit. Of course, that's not always the case. There's definitely been times where, yes, the police are stocked up waiting at the doors for you as soon as you escape the museum. But like 3/4 of the time, I want to say, I'd probably even say 80% of the time, that's not the case. Normally, I am Gucci. And that's kind of one reason I like the museum, how difficult it is to get to on these roads, is it buys you time to get out while the cops are trying to get there, which I appreciate. And we're just gonna hop out, because I ain't doing all this. I do not appreciate those L's. I am lagging. The lag is real right now, and I truly don't know why. I literally just refreshed everything, like, not 10 minutes ago. Normally, yes, my Wi-Fi is awful, but normally it's not this awful, so I apologize. Come on. Wait. What is happening? Leave me alone. Oh, okay, good cop. It is very rare that I actually get to experience good cop realness. Like, I hear about, like, friends playing together, one being cop, one not, and the cop kind of, like, helps. But I've never dealt with a cop who's just straight up like, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with you, you're good. I'll at least respect a cop if they let me fulfill the robbery before they arrest me in this kind of scenario. Then I don't care. Then it's like, yeah, that's fair. I get money, you get money. I'll get out of prison in 2 seconds, it's whatever. Especially since now I actually have experience to get, like, a trade's a trade. I can respect that. No, that's cool. Shout out to Keijo, thank you for not arresting me. You're one of the good ones, for real. Please tell me that's just Keisha. There are so many cops here. Oh my god. Okay, I'm good. It was just Keisha. Keisha, you're a real one. Don't know if all the cops are doing this, but if so, that is fine. Because as long as I can get that 15% spin with 10 people on the server, I'm not going to complain that the cops don't care to catch me. Please, like, leave me alone. I'm not going to apologize. It's not like I chose this server and know what I'm doing. Whee! But yeah, this new map, like the new map design is killer. I just gotta say, like, I love the vibes of fall. And they did it so well. The graphics of Roblox, I feel like aids in kind of that nostalgic fall feel. Because I feel like I love fall because fall just has this intrinsically, like, nostalgic feeling to it. Like, fall is my favorite season, if I couldn't stress that enough. And I feel like because it's just so reminiscent of childhood. It has that, like, dreamy glow to it that is really, like, it feels dreamy, like you're reminiscing. I like that. And I feel like thanks to the Roblox like graphics, but also just like obviously good graphic or good taste from the developers, like this is a really good like map design. I have no complaints. I am praying that was not just a cop on my ass. Let's go! I'm currently trying to do cargo. I would do that train, but that train, for some reason, doesn't give you the same train robbing spin for yellow hyperchrome that the other one does. Don't know why that is. If someone could explain it to me, that'd be great. So I'm going to try and do the cargo. I don't know if I'm going to get to it in time, though, so we'll see. We're going to use some... Well, damn. This is gonna be close. So close. Oh, I made it! Let's go. And there's no cops, okay. Work. Love to see it. Oh no! I'm sorry, I can't. I'm leaving already. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are, but if you ever see this video just now, I do care, and I would have tried to help. I knew I had a chance to. Also, fun fact, if y'all don't know, if any of the new players out there, cargo planes have a small chance of getting top cards, so you can actually rob the grocery store, or the things without anyone's help. What other robbers? I'm not doing that right now because I'm just trying to get my experience. Praying that helicopter doesn't see me. Literally praying, crying and praying. There's nothing I hate more than getting caught doing plane cargo. It's only happened once, but I will say when it did happen, I never wanted it to happen again. I think I'm good. Unless that blue dot is the helicopter finding me. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh no! No, stop. Fuck. Yeah, that's him. He's waiting for me. What do I do? I'm glitching out too much to be doing this right now. Okay, you know what's gonna happen is we're just gonna wing it, and if he catches me, he catches me. It is what it is. Oh, well. Oh no, yeah, he got me. Hold up. No, he doesn't. This is kind of like low-key the fiercest way I can try and avoid cops. It's just swimming away. Oh god. Nope. Yeah, he got me.